What's up, everybody? We gotta knock out some of these objectives today, man. Hope you guys are ready for that. Stroke of my saber, sending over a buck already, though, man. That was fast. Stroke of my saber, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. I don't even see a message from you. Just a buck for presumably one of these. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? Proud banana noises. BG, quick question. I pulled a 5-star Aegon. I have a skill awakening gem, but not many sig stones. Should I use it on him or wait for a 5-star Nick? I also just finished Act 5. Thanks for your opinion. I would probably say Aegon. It's a little bit. I mean, it really depends on your goals. If you were still in Act 5, I probably would have just said Nick Fury. Because you're probably not ready for the longer form content like Labyrinth and Abyss and stuff like that. But if you're done with Act 5, you are getting to that point where, you know, Aegon is going to start to come in handy a lot more. So I would probably say Aegon, but it is a little bit of a tough call. Definitely room for personal preference and all that. Whatever you'd like, you know. Easy. Send it over to saying you have plenty of glory to get that tier 5 basic you need. Well, yeah. But how much time do we have? That's the problem, man. I'm trying to do this fast. I'm trying to hop in there soon, dude. Soon. But easy, thank you very much for the 2. How come the automatic thing ain't working? Not updating yet? What in the F? What if I change screens? No. Big D. Where is it? Anyway, easy, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll likely be able to get enough tier 5 basic. I think I could do it. There we go. I think I could do it. Oh, wait. We need some cutoffs, too, dude. There we go. I think I could do it. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't even have to get that many weeks of tier 5 basic. I didn't math it all out. It's not that big of a deal if I end up spending a little bit more glory than I would like on them. It's not that, you know, it's a pretty good value out of the glory store, in my opinion. But at the moment, most of my glory is going towards potions. For example, did I scoop them up today? No, I did not. So let me grab 2 of those guys real quick. Thank you, Glory Store, for your potions. Black Seraphim sent it over too, saying, touch me. Touch me now. Hashtag harass. Black Seraphim, I'm not sure that you are familiar with the internet and how it works. I can't actually touch you. Like, I could try. Does this look weird, like I'm poking you guys in the eye? I can't actually do that. And I wouldn't want to, man. What are you talking about? Touch, what is this? What is this nonsense? But thank you very much for the 2, Black Seraphim. Appreciate it, man. All right. Rip 934 sent it over 2, just saying tomorrow. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Tomorrow indeed. Yeah, I never got a tweet out. Oh, holy crap. Hold on. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Today's the let me say this. Some of the special objectives to get free potions revives are ending today. I didn't do them yet. Have you? I'm now live. All right. Tweet. I gotta do those things, man. I gotta do those things. But yeah, rip. With the 2 saying tomorrow. Psych the movie 2, guys. It is coming out tomorrow. If you have not already heard. I'm excited, man. I'm real excited. I'm hoping I can watch it. I've got it's one thing I got to do tomorrow. If I can't watch it tomorrow, well, then it'll be the next day for sure. But yeah, I hope I can just watch it tomorrow. Red Dog also sent an over 5. Red Dog, thank you very much. Saying, I somehow just passed you in prestige. Big part of that is what I learned from you. Thank you, sir. IG at Red Dog 451. Nice, man. Well, congrats. Well done, I would say. Do you have any of them 6 stars ranked up, or is that some Doom and some Surfer action going on? Let's take a little sneak peek. Hold on, one sec. All right, let's see. Oh, what do we got here? Red Dog 451. Aha, the 5-star Surfer rank up. Ooh, got a mojo in the profile. All right, I like that. Sig 200, looking good, looking bulbous, something like that. I don't know. All right, anyway, let's get to some stuff. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. What time does this movie come out? I actually don't know. I don't know. Maybe I wonder if it's one of those like midnight release type things, because it's just digital media, you know. But I don't really know. All right, actually, let me go hop into Alliance Quest before we do anything else, because yeah, I only got 2 fights left, and then the path is all done. Let's go. I got Void with me, closing things out, because, well, War is not on. If War was on, then I save Void for War, of course, but without War being on, there's a Mephisto at the end of my path here. That's actually quite brutal if you don't have the right champion. If you have the right champion, then, oh, it's easy. But, you know. Without the right champ, oh my goodness. He can stop you dead in your tracks. So the global, or the epic modifier that we're doing today is called Power to Cower. And if you're not familiar, this one is pretty nasty. You'll notice that the opponent, they're gaining some additional power from each of my hits, and when they throw their bar they throw a special, they don't go below a bar. It's costing them less power. All right, come on. Thank you. I guess I could push to an L2 if she's not going to be willing to throw the L1s, but we just get her cycling like this. Alright, let's push her to an L2. Good girl. If you throw an L3, kind of resets things. Is the way this one works. But you know what? We're not even going to go for that. We just need to sit this out. 2 more seconds. She down. Okay. Alright. These last couple fights are not difficult. This node was really tough in the early parts, which, as you can tell, my champions, they're looking a little bit beat at the moment. It's really, really impossibly tough to get through Acid Wash with King Groot, at least. With this global, but... Tweeter at some point, Dingo. Alright, Star, I will take a look right after this. Give me 1 sec. Looked it up. It's 3 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so yeah, midnight release. Well, for the West Coast guys, at least. West Coast guys and gals. All right, this time maybe we'll just go for the L3 and reset the power. Because they said the way the global works is every hit in my combo meter, they have 1.5% additional power gain, and their specials also cost 1.5% less. Kabam actually just announced that it's getting changed. Probably bait 2 L1s here real quick. They just announced that it's getting changed to only 0.5%. We're hitting the combo meter. There we go. And currently it caps out at 75%. And the new cap is going to be 50%. What movie? Psych 2. Alright. It's so weird, like, you lose your combo. Even though you don't get hit. That's the way it works. The Shed, thank you very much for the buck, by the way. I will check that out in just a sec. Ronin. 9 over 10. What's up, Ronin? Thank you, man. Check your message out in just a sec as well. Let's finish this up. Alright, cool. Alright. Hold on. First things first, I said I would go to Twitter for Star. What is this, Star? What is this? What is this? I finished Variant 4, and I wanted more 6-star shards, so I bought one of the bundles. Then this happened. Woo! Very nice. Star, that's awesome. Congrats. Congrats on the 6-star sassy right there. Good stuff. Very nice. Okay. Shit. What's up, Pete, by the way? Brian, I think you might have picked the worst possible champs for this global. Well, Pete, there's not a ton of options for that, to make it through that Hulkbuster fight. Alright. Yo, BG, besides Sabretooth and Sasquatch, who is your team for going into the Abyss? I don't know, man. I haven't figured it out yet. I basically just uploaded a video. I'm not sure if you saw it. You probably did if you know that I'm going with Sabretooth and Sasquatch. But in that video, I also said that I'm going to be talking to MSD later this week. And I'm not sure, possibly Lags had mentioned he was down to help and stuff like that. So I don't know if we can coordinate all three of us to talk and stuff. But yeah, in any case, we're gonna figure all that stuff out later. So let me get into. I finished that Bionicle video I was telling you about. Good Lord, Pete. A 5-hour video. But yeah, I'm not too sure. All right, Ronin, dude, thank you so much, man. Sign over 10 saying, how long did it take you to get through section 1? The better part of 2 hours. It was a long journey. I don't want to talk about it. It was a very long journey. Let's go through some normal. Yeah, it was rough, man. Oh, so my little Sabretooth here. I could just auto fight with him, but who do I want to auto fight with? Medusa. I don't even need anyone else. It's good enough. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. I mean, I don't know exactly how long it took to get through just the acid wash stuff, but it took about 2 hours to fully deplete my Alliance quest energy. And by that time, I was at the end of section 2, basically. The end of my own personal path, at least, which is a shorter path than most, since it's on the outer edge. It was about a solid 2 hours of just Alliance quest. It was a little rough. But we're through it, you know? Stronger because of it. Oh, man. Alright, Scotty Lang also sent over a buck. Scotty, thank you, man. Let me see if you have a message or... nope, no message. Just another buck in the Paseo jar. Thank you very much, Scotty. Appreciate it, man. The jar at this point is overflowing. Stealth Ghost. Sending over 5, Stealth Ghost. Thank you, man. Saying the title says Garden Arena, and you were doing AQ. Day 4 of clickbait. Missed your new Abyss video. Can you give a summed up version, please? Summed up version is I'm using Sabretooth, but I want to get him to rank 3. So I talk about how I'm going to try to get the resources to do so. And yeah, that's about the summed up version right there. The as fast as possible version. I'll be in the arena soon. Come, you balls. Royal, what's up, dude? Send it over a buck. Thank you, man. Where's your last? Here we go. Bernard Graham Crackers. What? I've done 3 paths of Labyrinth today, and I'm pooped. What? You did 3 paths of Labyrinth today? Holy crap, man. Gonna finish the last with your stream right now. What? But before I do, I'm gonna flex the 30 tier 1 alpha I got from a gold Adaptoid. That's pretty crazy, man. I saw that screenshot. That's pretty crazy that you got the 30 tier 1 alphas. That confirms it. Like the last time I heard of anybody getting the 30 tier 1 alphas, somebody posted on Twitter, and this was a while ago, and I couldn't tell if it was just really good Photoshop or not. Like, I didn't think it was, but I'm also not one of those people that knows really exactly how to decipher if it's Photoshop or not, you know? So yeah, I was like, oh man, do I trust this person or not? I think so. I think it still exists. But now I can say for sure it does exist. A little throwback to the M&M's commercial about Santa Claus. But dude, Royal, congrats and thank you for the buck, and also you're a madman. You're doing so much Labyrinth. Kranos, Senator 5 Kranos, thank you, man. Saying, are you planning on completing the whole Abyss or one path only? Well, I mean, you know, one path at a time. I don't know exactly what my plans are for that. Right now, it's right now, I mean, you know, I kind of want to build up a resource stash, a nice little bank of resources, each time that I go into the Abyss. So, you know, I do want to 100% it, but it's not just going to be like, all right, 5 days in a row, we're knocking out the Abyss, boom, it's over. No, it's going to be, I think, at least more like, all right, let's do the Abyss, rebuild the stash. When I feel comfortable with what I have, hop back into the Abyss, maybe make some adjustments on the champions I use, things like that. And I don't know how long that's going to take. And I also might get impatient and might just be like, well, screw it, let's just hop in there and get it done. The thing is, it kind of makes more sense just to take my time with it, and yet it also kind of makes sense. There's an argument for just knocking it out right away, because if it allows me to actually use my my 6-star Omega Red over my 5-star version, then I could potentially save resources in Alliance War. So just because I spend more resources up front to clear the Abyss doesn't mean it'll be like better in the long run for resources, you know? It's kind of tough to figure out, but yeah. Kranos, dude, thank you so much for the 5. The Shed sending over another 2, saying last 2. Okay, give me 1 sec. I had to drop my suicides again. Well, I don't even know if you guys saw. I put them back on. I think it was after the stream last night. Actually, yeah, it was, because I put them back on for war, and then I had to drop them again. I used them a little bit for Alliance Quest, but I ended up taking too much damage from recoil, so I just turned them back off. It was more cost effective than potioning up. Get out of here, cable. And now I figured, well, I might as well leave them off because I'm going to be placing defense again tomorrow. So back to the old shuffle of masteries game. All right, Shed. That's 2. All right, from my experience and seeing your roster, Sabretooth and Sass would be good unless you magically awaken Aegon. Torch or Void is an option. Then Sim and maybe you have Fury. I do have Fury. I'm sure Lags or MSD would have better suggestions, but that is my recommendation. Okay. Got it, man. Yeah, I want to take a look at each path and figure out, you know. So I'm sure there's going to be some variation, right? I don't know if I'm starting out with the easy path that everyone starts out with. We'll kind of see. Gotta think about it all. We shall see. Stroking my saber, sending over another buck as well. Thank you, dude. Give me 1 sec. This fight actually is probably gonna take a little while. Man, I really do not enjoy using Morningstar in the arena, especially the unawakened version, especially against an opponent that doesn't have any buffs. The damage output is just not there. Oh, look at the damage on that L1. Not even worth it. I think I gotta go all L2s. Even though there's no buffs, when you have no souls on Morningstar, I think it's better damage. Once you got some souls, a little bit of a different story. Come on, Loki. One more time on the L2, bud. One more time. Please. Can they change the AI already? Alright, screw it. Maybe we could finish? No, 5%. No. Alright, stroke my saber. With the angel face saying, I miss Tom, but I don't see him tonight. No Tom tonight? How's your night so far, BG? I'm doing well. Happy that Alliance quest is over for the day. Basically, at least. My own path, at least. And excited about Labyrinth, so yeah, man. Excited about Labyrinth, excited just as much about Psych 2. So yeah. Dude, thank you for the buck. Appreciate it, man. Why don't you just use your 565 saber for completion? Hope for a skill awakening gem. Use Aegon for the rest of the path. Sabretooth ain't worth rank 3 just for the meager 18% attack increase. Well, it's a pretty big attack increase. Because we're not just talking about base levels of his attack. Oh god, I'm dead, aren't I? We're talking about the way he scales in his Furies too, so darn, got crushed. It ends up being a lot. It ends up being a difference of about 6,000 attack between the rank 2 6-star and a rank 3. Between a rank 5 5-star and a rank 3, it should be more than 18%. I don't normally it's I think about 30%, but it's been a while since I looked at the exact math on it. Ultimately it's just going to save me a lot of resources, and it's a champion that I plan on using maybe not all the time, but a lot of times because of how good the synergy is with Omega Red. So yeah. Scotty Lang sent over another buck saying, every time I see your streams now, I think of Paseo. It's all your fault at this point. PG, what? How's it my fault? Get it so I can be free of this bond. You will thank me. Oh, man. That's funny, dude. That's the ultimate self-troll right there. Sending me Paseo bucks to get me to think about Paseo. And it worked. But ultimately, it worked that much more on yourself. That's funny. Shed sending over another bug saying that would be my team use for the easy path and the path I would knock out first. Might as well get nice rewards and hopefully something good and not just use unit man or stash man for a hard path. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's certainly one of the paths I'm gonna look at for sure. And there's a good chance that it will be the path that I go with, but if there's some other way to better set up my runs, well, then I'll do that. It's just something that I haven't looked at yet, you know? So there's a lot of questions that I can't answer about, a lot of things that I just don't know. Like, even when you tell me champions that you would bring, I don't know why. You know, like, I'm sure they make sense. I'm just saying I don't know why they make sense because I haven't looked at the fights. Jay Matt's sending over 2 as well. Jay, where you at? All the about, wait, actual MCC question. Are they running epic modifiers in AQ? Like is 4 Loki running them? Yeah, we're running the epic modifiers. Or maybe I misunderstood. But all right, Jay, where is your last? Okay, here we go. BG, what do you think about, or what do you think Deadpool X will go for as a 5-star in the next arena, since he's a basic 5-star, or isn't a basic 5-star? Oof, man, I think he's gonna go pretty high, not quite as high as like a new champion would, but a lot of people want that Nick Fury synergy, and he's an exclusive. And unless you have Gold Pool or a 6-star X Pool Dead Force, those are your only 2 options for having that Nick Fury synergy in Act 6, up until now, of course. So I think he's gonna go relatively high. If I had to guess, I would probably guess in the 50s. Like low-ish 50s. Low to mid, like 50, I don't know, 53 or something like that. I could be way off base here. It could end up going for 35 to 40 for all I know, you know? Could end up going higher too. But yeah, if I just had to take a guess, my best guess is somewhere around 53. All right, I need to stop using these these rank 1 6-stars to get my infinite streak. This is terrible. I need to just pop my 565s in here. I don't even want to do these fights anymore. I just want to make sure I don't lose my streak, and that's it. At least Emma's a rank 2. Won't be as bad. Tom sending over a buck. Tom, thank you, man. Why don't bananas snore? This is an actual Tom, is it? Is this fake Lakers bodyguard Tom? Oh crap, now I'm not paying attention to. Alright, hold on, let me see. Why don't bananas snore? Because they don't want to wake up the rest of the bunch. P.S. Happy birthday, Bandingisana? Bandingisana? What the world? You know how to read that. This is Lakers bodyguard. It has to be. Thank you very much, Tom. Appreciate the buck, man. Ah, thank goodness for that crit. All right. Get out of there. Whew. Okay, Flex. 705 as well. Flex, thank you. Saying Medusa, Cat Marvel, or Void. Have an Awakening gem to use. Need to 100% Act 5 and start on all the variants. Who would help me the most? Have the Sigs as well to max out whoever. Also have Nick Fury for Cat Marvel. Oof, that does complicate things because I was just going to say Void pretty hard. Also have Nick Fury for Cat Marvel if I go with her. Appreciate your help. Okay. Well, the Nick Fury thing does complicate things because you will be using those two champions together a lot. I said I wasn't going to do this anymore. Let's get the 5 stars. It's either Cat Marvel or Void. I like Medusa. I like her a lot, actually. I think she's great. But I'm thinking about what's going to save you resources at this point. And you're going to be using Cat Marvel a lot, probably. And when awakened, you know, there's a lot of situations where you can just save yourself, save the revive, save the potions, all that good stuff. But Void is also great and kind of needs his awakened ability. At least you can play Cat Marvel unawakened, whereas Void, it's like, no, not really. So I'd probably still go with Void, but it is a toss-up. If you just feel like you're not going to enjoy Void, or you just really want to see Cat Marvel at her full potential or something like that, I think it'd be fair to just go with Cat Marvel, but my recommendation is Void. He's just such a beast of a champion that's going to help you for a long time to come. I don't know if any of these champions are going to be super helpful right away in the variants. Like, they'll be good in variant 1, but normally people don't start with variant 1. Not these days, at least. Not when you have other options. I certainly wouldn't. But it'll still be it'll still be helpful in other areas and all that. So yeah, I would go with Void personally. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate it, man. You can't speak and fight this all or nothing champs. Oh man, even if they weren't all or nothing, I'd probably still be flubbing the words pretty hard, you know. Oh, hell, Tom. Oh, man, Lakers bodyguard. I wonder if he can sense it, that people are talking about him, that people are excited about him, even though he's not here. Already in section 3 of map 5, these new timers and energy cap are nuts. Yeah, man. The new energy timers, it really lets you get through these maps pretty quick. Pretty freaking quick. BGE, does it kill you to take Sabretooth to rank 3 instead of Omega? No. That's the thing is, I don't know, a lot of people are telling me not to do it, and I get why, and this is probably something that I would have done in the past. I probably would have been like, no, I'll do whatever it takes to get through the content to save the resources. Like, going back to Labyrinth, I didn't awaken Star-Lord. I instead chose to use Gwenpool, knowing that Star-Lord was better just because I wanted to save that Awakening Gem. And this is possibly an even bigger resource. It's kind of hard to say, because back then, you know, back then 5-star Awakening Gems, oh my goodness, they were super rare. Yeah, they're still hard to get today, but you know, of course, we've had many events over time and offers and things like that to get 5-star Awakening Gems. And if you've been playing throughout all this time, you know, you've had opportunities to get them. But at the time, they were incredibly rare, and I'm not sure how it compares to like today and what's it called, and tier 5 class Catalyst. But either way, it's a very rare resource. But I'm okay with it. Like, I really think it's just because I always have Sabretooth on the team. If it wasn't for that, then I'd probably just say no, I'm not going to do this. I'll take him to rank 2 at best and call it a day there, and that's it. But again, like, you know, the faster I can get through Labyrinth, the faster I can actually use my Omega Red. If I do a single path, I don't think people fully realize this. If I do a single path of the Abyss, I can't use, you know, and let's say I have all the catalysts to rank 3 Omega Red. I can't realistically use Omega Red still. He needs a certain sig level. I don't know exactly what that sig level is, but I'm estimating it's roughly 100. You can maybe get away with a little bit less, maybe a little bit under 100, but you got to be at least be close to 100 for a 6-star Omega Red to be equivalent or better than a 565 Omega Red, because you're losing a lot of the damage from your Awaken ability, which, depending on the fight, that could make up a huge portion of your total damage. There's so many fights in this game when using Omega Red that you're just relying on the spore damage, and the degen to hold it. But then, of course, there's other fights where your physical hits matter a bit more, and your death field matters, and the degen will scale with the rank, and, you know, all that good stuff. You're really just missing out on spore damage. But anyway, the faster I can get through all of the Abyss, the faster I can actually play with Omega Red. Mr. Immortal sent over 20 though. Mr. Immortal, dude, thank you so much. Saying, BG, first time, long time. Just admit it. Our Loki is the best Loki. Mr. Immortal, thank you very much. Our Loki is a great Loki. It's the second best Loki that I've ever been a part of. I can say that much. But 4 Loki is home, man. Our Loki is like, it's like you got a house in the mountains that you want to visit sometimes because it's beautiful and peaceful, and you can enjoy your time there and all that, but there's still only one actual home, and for me, it's 4 Loki, man. But dude, thank you so much. Really appreciate the generosity. Is that Last Zarnian? What's up, Last Zarnian? Hey BG, the girlfriend said to let you decide about an argument between us. Okay. Not ordering French fries counts as exercise, right? No. Not ordering French fries counts as treason, and you should be arrested. Why would you not order French fries? That's like, ugh. I'm having really dark thoughts right now that I don't want to have, thinking about not ordering French fries. I need French fries in my life, man. You crazy? Arrest this man for his crimes against, I don't know what exactly, but no French fries. So you're saying our Loki is the stepdad of alliances? The stepdad of alliances? Are there a lot of stepdads that have houses in the mountains? Is that a thing? I wonder if a rank 3 Omega would be viable for first clear of Abyss. I've given that a tiny bit of thought, Lizer, and I don't think so. But I can't fully discount it. It's certainly possible. Because there is no limber. Whereas in Labyrinth, it's really tough. Oh, by the way, dude, I saw the raid. The hashtag lag raid. Lags. I'm so sorry, man. Oh, man. I'm sure somebody's shouting in the chat that I missed another raid. Yep, here we go. B. Daniels. BG missed a raid. No way. I'm sure there's other people that said it too. Dude, Lags, thank you for the raid, man. I was rambling about something. I'm not even sure what when I saw. I was going to mention it right after. But yeah, man, thank you very much. Crap, now I forgot what I said before I forgot about Lags raid. I'm very forgetful. What's going on? I hate French fries. Bring it on, BG. B. Daniels. Well, that's okay. I mean, you know, that just means that I want to hang out with you that much more. I'll buy you a beer. You'll buy a burger, because, of course, I want to eat a burger. And then you can just pass the fries over here. You're good. Oh yeah, about Omega Red for the Abyss. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think he was good in Labyrinth. I'm not saying he couldn't handle the fight, and I actually remember testing him. I don't think I ever uploaded a video. I honestly don't remember at this point, but I used him against Guillotine just to see if he can do it, and yeah, he did it no problem. You have that basically infinite bleed on yourself. Actually, yeah, it is an infinite bleed, right? There's no duration. It's not even like a biohazard type bleed. It's just permanent bleed on yourself. So you have infinite death field, and it's really easy to keep spores up and stuff like that. But I don't know. The Abyss, there's so much more health. And even though you could slow play it with your hits, I just don't know if it's enough. Especially because your heavy attacks count as 2 hits. How much damage would you deal, like, for each of those heavies? Like, counting all the spores and degen and all that stuff. I don't know. It's a good question that I don't have the answer to. Scotty Lang sending over another buck. Scotty, thank you, man. Saying that's funny doesn't get you out of it. The Paseo thing. Yeah. Still funny though, man. There is no getting out of it until I actually go there, huh? Are they still open? I mean, Washington, I don't think. I'm almost positive Washington hasn't closed down restaurants and bars and stuff like that again yet. But I know in like California they've re-closed down all that stuff, right? And I was thinking like, man, it might be only a matter of time. BG, I still use rank 4 stars, so I was really happy last night when I awakened my Doom, which I ranked 5 as my first last night. Nice. But also got Namor Awakened. Is Namor worth rank 4? Only at Sig 20 at the moment. Sort of. I don't know who your other options are. The thing about Namor is that he's mostly used for his Awaken ability, and Sig 20 is not very high. Eventually you'll get his Sig up, and eventually he'll be worth ranking up for any level of player. But if you don't have that many 5 stars ranked up at the moment, or just don't have a lot of options in general of champions to rank right now, he could still put in some work. Like his explosive damage playstyle, depending on where you're at, where you're using him, that could be benefit enough to bring him up if you don't already have some other bursty type champion. So I'll say yes, worth it, but you do definitely have to consider your other rank up options, you know? It's not a automatic definite thing that you have to rank him up or something, you know? Alright, Lakers Bodyguard sending over a buck. Saying at Hunter waffle fries? What are those? Wait, what? You've never heard of waffle fries? I wonder... Here's your actual comment. I wonder what it's like having dinner with BG. I wonder what the tangents sound like. Oh, there's no tangents, dude. I'm just eating. This bread could have more bread in it. I mean, bread is bread, but if bread has a death field, it could be yummy. Dude, I'm looking for the bread without death fields. I don't know what kind of bread you're eating, Lakers Bodyguard, but you're out of control. I don't want, I don't want that kind of bread, dude. Crazy, man. I'm gonna pull up a picture of waffle fries. Anyone who doesn't want to immediately be super hungry, please look away for the next 60 seconds. These are waffle fries. You know what? Hold on. Let me pull up like a nice large picture of them. They're like almost too golden, like almost too perfect. Oof. Oh, I wish I wasn't looking at this right now. Glorious. They taste really good. I don't know. I don't exactly know what the difference is between regular fries and waffle fries, but they taste different. I guess different spices or a different way they're cooked. I don't know, but they're great. I remember those waffle fries from the high school cafeteria made from old gym mats. That sounds about right. Oh, man. All right, let's hop back into the arena. After I run my 6 stars, I want to do these solo objectives, so I want to get these 6 stars on cooldown. Really far behind the arena. Spent all of my actual game time today in Alliance Quest. So yeah, I could have knocked out like, I don't know, 60 rounds in the time, but whatever. All right, Corey sending over Buck. Corey, thank you very much. Where's your last? Actually, give me a second. I always have the hardest time finding yours, even though... Oh, it's right below it. That's why. I was looking right above it. It is right below it saying waffle fry Buck. Oh, thanks, man. Is that made of potatoes? Yeah. Yeah, those are potatoes. As someone who has eaten with both Brian and seen a Dyson in action, I can confidently say there's little difference between the two. I take that as the highest of compliments. Because Dyson vacuums, you know, they're known for their strong suction. Or something like that. If only you saw the real... If only you saw me in Hungry Hippo mode. Out and about, I try to, you know, tone down my eating frenzies. Sometimes tone them down quite a bit. Looking to take some 5s to rank 4 to get started in variants /6.1. Please let me pick a few of the following: Magic, Dr. Voodoo, Hyperion, Thing, Sunspot, 1829, Domino, Havoc, Gwenpool. Nick, I say this without trying to sound insulting in any way. You gotta be able to narrow down the list a little bit, man. I'm gonna try to help you right now, but when you're looking at the champions to rank up, you really need to take a look at the, you know, the content you're going up against and stuff. And at this point in the game, this deep into the game, gotta at least be able to narrow it down a little bit based on the champions you like and all that good stuff. Here's what I'll say. For 6.1, there's lots of robots, and there's a Crossbones that's kind of annoying that you need a bleed immune for, or preferably have a bleed immune for it at the very least, or someone that benefits from bleeds, someone that can handle bleeds, you know, biohazard. And then once you have those two things kind of covered, then 6.1 will be something that you can do. I don't know who the other champs are that you have ranked up either. But yeah, that will allow you to knock out 6.1, get your Cavalier title, and then I would say focus on ranking up for variants beyond that point. And you can do a little bit of both, technically, you know. Someone like Thing or Hyperion, they can both be good in Act 6 and in variants as well. Variant 2 specifically for those two champions. Gwenpool, I would not recommend. Havoc, I would not recommend. Domino is an option. Sunspot's an option. Guillotine 2099 is an option. I probably wouldn't go with Voodoo or Magic either, so I would say Hype Thing, Sunspot, Guillotine 2099, or Domino. Those are all good options for both the earlier or lower, you know, easier. They're still difficult, but the easier to get into variants, and also for 6.1. BG, you can eat all my fries 100%, but it's 3 beers. Stop being cheap. All right, fine, man. I'm not even mad at that trade. I'll trade you some beer for some French fries. Oh, it's, oh no, I already read Corey's, didn't I? Almost read Corey's again. But Royal sent over $1. Filled up Royal. Let me see here. Oh crap, I wanted to use an L2. Alright, speaking of waffles, me and the Champ Showdown crew went to Waffles and Dingies in New York. Is that what it's called? Waffles and Dingies? They have delicious stuff like bacon syrup waffles and chocolate banana. Talk about indulgence. Maybe next con? Perhaps. Do they just have like fancy waffles kind of thing? Alright, so this one time I went to a Waffle House at the top of a mountain, and it was awesome. Paid $5 for a large waffle that had a whole bunch of toppings on it. I don't remember the toppings, but it was delicious. It was at I was at Stowe in Vermont. Still the best ski trip that I've ever been on. Oh, it was beautiful. Nothing else has ever compared to it since then, because, you know, the only other ones I went to were in like New Jersey and Pennsylvania and maybe Connecticut, and they were fun. But anyway, yeah, if it's anything like the waffle that I had at the top of that mountain, Royal, yeah, next con, definitely, dude. Why is everything at the top of a mountain this stream? I don't know. I couldn't tell. Was it this dream or stream? I think it. Yeah, no, this stream. Cause all right, never mind. Talking about a house in the mountains. I don't know, dude. Good question. Chris Gonzalez sent it. Oh God, I thought I was done with this stupid Heimdall synergy. Okay, Chris Gonzalez sent it over, Buck, though. Chris, thank you, man. Saying, hey, BG, how's it going, Banana Man? So, I have a science dilemma. Who do I rank 3? Spider-Gwen, Luke Cage, A-Bomb, or Rhino? I have science tier 4 expiring soon. Already have Wasp at rank 4. No other science champ. I would totally go with Luke Cage. Luke Cage has... He still comes in handy from time to time. He can power control champions like Symbiote Supreme, or Doctor Strange. With his debuffs, you can even reverse their power. It's really cool the way that that he works and the way that he can do that. I'm just getting slapped around by this guy's L2. And yeah, I don't know about you personally, but I like his playstyle. I think it's pretty fun. If you get a lot of debuffs, he can hit really hard. He does still feel a little bit weak for the times where you're getting some bad luck and not getting a lot of debuffs. But you could even stun lock a bit with your L1s and chain those, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, oh my God, these Heimdall teams. I would for sure go with Luke Cage out of that list. It's up to you, of course, but thank you very much for the buck, dude. You think CCP actually showed Kabam the 50+ Fury possibility with Sabretooth? Did they really didn't see that coming? Yeah, no, they really didn't see that coming. Otherwise, they wouldn't have. They didn't. It's not like something that they wanted, man. Karate Mike was kind of teasing it, saying like he was testing it out, but you know, it didn't really set in for even the other people in the CCP until he released his videos about how good he was. And then that was on a weekend. There's no conspiracy theory to be had about this one, man, if that's where you're going. EG, good evening. What's up, dude? Watched your Abyss update video. Enjoyed the thought process in a similar situation. Just awakened 6-star Sabretooth from one sigil feature. Almost regret using my 1 to 2 generic on Ghost. Well, that is not something you should regret, man. Ghost is a powerhouse champion. It's not like that rank up gem went to waste. But yeah, man, it'll be interesting. So I will say this too, like something else that I kind of like about this whole Sabretooth thing is it's a bit of unknown territory. Like there was some testing on the whole CCP server thing, but like I was just saying, it kind of, it didn't really dawn on anyone except for Mike, and even Mike was like mostly doing in Labyrinth, right? It didn't really dawn on people to try this in the Abyss, or like by the time people realized it after watching Mike's videos, that like the CCP server, it's closed now. So no one got to do like a real full like trying out different combination of champions and things like that to see what the best setup is. Myself, I only went to that second fight, technically third, but I didn't finish the third fight. I just like went to it. And this was also before the changes, so this is when people had far more than 30 Furies. So it'll be kind of interesting to see, like, is it a good idea? This could be terrible. But I like the idea that I don't really know, and we're gonna find out. One of the reasons why I said I didn't do the Abyss initially when it first came out is because I felt like it had already been like solved before it was even announced. You know, it got data mined so fast. Everybody knew. I mean, it wasn't totally solved. I guess people were still speculating who the best champions were going to be, but people already knew who the defenders were. People were already planning their routes and champions to use, and it did not take long at all to find these kind of default options. And yeah, I was kind of bummed about it. But this will give me a chance to still regain a little bit of that, even though, you know, of course I am going to be going in with all the info in the world, since the content isn't changing itself, but just the champions that I have will be different than what was possible before. So it's pretty exciting. And if you want to wait and see how that goes, you know, before making the decision to rank up Sabretooth yourself, you could certainly do that. Michael Bennett, sitting over 5. Michael, thank you very much. Saying, is Labyrinth worth 100%? Yes. My initial was less than 15 revives, but I was playing an Abyss clear in the next week or so. Maybe a Labyrinth reward buff soon. No, I don't think it needs to be buffed, man. It's gotten easier over time. It's gotten significantly easier. 15 revives was something totally unheard of. It was almost impossible to do a path with 15 revives. You had to play out of your mind super well. Only on the easy path, I would say, would that be possible. With a 455 Star-Lord and good RNG on a Maestro or something like that. But for the average person, like 15 revives, that is people were using so much more than that to get through Labyrinth. So yeah, man, the rewards kind of match. They're still useful. Tier 2 Alpha is still useful. Sig Stone's still useful. It's still worth doing, only because of how easy it's become. Like, it's still difficult, but I'm saying relative to the past, it's still so much easier. And yeah, like, I guarantee if players could go back, if even people who have completed the Abyss 100%, if Kabam said, hey, you can do Labyrinth again and get the rewards for it again, I guarantee people would be hopping back in there left and right to scoop up those rewards again, you know? So it might not be the most important thing for you. You'll have to decide that. If you're ready for the Abyss, then the rewards there, yeah, they're going to be better. But it's also going to be much more difficult. And then you can go back and do Labyrinth when you find yourself needing some tier 2 alpha or 5-star shards or something like that, you know? Or tier 4 class catalyst. Tier 4 class catalyst, I'm actually starting to run out of these things. I'm getting super low. I think I might have used all of my crystals. Actually, I might have a few crystals left. But like single digit. But then I have fragment crystals to dig into, so I'm not like out, but my stash has been going down hard. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate it, man. Good luck if you're hopping into, well, whatever you decide to do, Abyss or Labyrinth. What's up, Abdo? It's a terrible idea when you get to the collector, can't get to an L3, and lose all your Furies. It's gonna suck. Good evening, by the way. That part probably will suck, but we'll see. I'm going to try to save every single charge for that fight. And also bring another option for it as a backup. So, because I don't think I can take him down just with Sabretooth. I want to get him low, though. As low as possible, at least. Enzo, what's up, dude? How you doing? Where's the balance between difficult content and unfair? AQ seems challenged by this question. Enzo, you're absolutely correct, man. It's such a fine line, oftentimes, right? I would say, and maybe you'll agree with this, maybe you won't, but I would say, like, the way the nodes, like the So Saith Doom, the way it initially rolled out, too difficult. And then the changes that they're making to it, potentially too easy. How does that happen? How does it go from too hard to too easy? Just like that, without ever passing through an area of acceptable difficulty. I think it's always going to be a relatively fine line, but I think a lot of it has to do with just the overall design of the challenge. Like, if there is no way to get it into a sweet spot, then maybe it's just not a good node. Maybe by design it's just not a good node. And maybe there needs to be more tweaking other than saying, okay, you have an impossibly low amount of time to pull off specials, to such a long amount of time that you'll probably end the fight before ever having to do a second or third prompt. Like I don't know, it's a bizarre thing, man. The Alliance War goes into the same problem. I remember listening to you and Dreamin' talk about it, and how you guys were saying that you rather the content be, you know, rather err on the side of being too difficult rather than be too easy, because if it's too easy, then no one dies, and every single death actually matters even more, and you lose that kind of excitement factor and different things. And yet at the same time, it's so easy for it to be overtuned and be practically impossible to regularly get through fights and things like that. It's really tough, man. It's really tough, especially when everyone has their own personal skill level and everyone has different rosters. Everyone is willing or less willing to use consumables like boosts or potions and stuff like that. Enzo tangents have a life of their own. I like talking to Enzo, man. I can't help it. He always has good questions. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how easy they're making AQ. Takes away the skill aspect. It's just weird. You know, I don't know. Like, I almost don't want to talk about it too much, because it's starting to remind me of like War, where every stream was just about War and how not happy with War and things like that. It's starting to get to that point with Alliance Quest where it's like, I don't know, just talking about it every single night and stuff. I honestly, I want the nodes to be scrapped. Not all of them, but I just don't feel like they were the right type of challenge, is what it comes down to for me. I'm fine with challenge if it's the right type of challenge. And I don't know, it just seemed like the challenge that was being offered up here wasn't quite right for Alliance Quest the way that it was. And then again, if they make it too easy, it's like, well, okay, are these actually easier than the non-epic modifiers or something like that? Like, I don't know, man. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. I don't want to come off the wrong way, because like, how do I put it in the right words? Like, it's fine, I guess. Like, we'll get through it, and if it is easy, then okay. Well, fine. We're just going through easy content, I guess. That's fine. I don't know, maybe I'm too picky with design and I'm just like, not good. Different. I want different. I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words. As long as you have King Groot. Well, I'm probably gonna have to stop using King Groot, which I'm not too happy about. Like, technically I don't have to stop using King Groot. It's just I'm tired of timing out because of the additional health that opponents have with the epic modifiers. Certain fights are fine. Certain fights are totally fine. But certain fights, I just can't use them. Like Morningstar is a good example, where Morningstar, because Morningstar heals, if you are healing, in the earlier weeks, if I'm super aggressive and have suicide masteries on and stuff like that, or the earlier days, I could probably get through without timing out. It'd be really tight, but I could maybe do it. But once we get to like midweek, end week, I don't think it's possible. So there's enough of those fights where it's like, well, what's the benefit? Because this was fine before, but now that they have additional health, I'm probably just going to bring someone else. And because they're swapping out that Hulk Buster, okay, I'll probably just bring someone else. He was really good for that fight, but I don't need him for that fight anymore. So I guess I feel like when it's difficult, it actually made prestige less important than skill, or at least made them similarly important. Yeah, that's true. It definitely brought up the value of skill compared to prestige. Definitely agree. BG, will you run Man-Thing King Groot Squatch in AQ when you get him? No, I don't think so, at least. I don't... Sasquatch is probably going to go on defense if I had to guess. Because my defenders, they're not the best. I've got some okay-ish ones. My torch goes on defense, and technically, well, I died to a torch. And so... he's not the worst defender. But yeah, I don't know. Like, my defense isn't that strong, so I'm guessing because I'm so willing to go all in on Sasquatch, basically right off the bat as soon as his arena hits, I'll probably have the first 565 in my battle group. And they'll probably just go on defense. I just realized I don't even know what Sasquatch's tags are. Let me look this up real quick. Sasquatch. Oh, you know what? Let me look it up in game because I can't always tell off of that. Actually, I think they were showing up. Alpha Flight, defensive tank, offensive burst, hero. Let me look it up. Let me do it this way. It's actually easier going to Aunt May just because I don't have to leave the arena screens. But Oh my god. Look at the health. Oh, that cracks me up. 75,000 health. Oh, man. That's insane. Okay. Alpha Flight, defensive tank, offensive burst, hero, size XL. Okay, yeah. He looks cool, man. I like the way he looks. Anyway. Going for any features, BG? RG could help. Red Guardian could potentially help. So I asked Karate Mike what team he was using. I didn't know if he posted it in his video or not. I kind of just skimmed through. But anyway, he showed me what champions he was using. He's got access to a couple more champs that I don't have access to. He's got even the trophy champ, Wolvie, Diaper Wolverine. Got some synergies. Let's go take a look at it real quick. Actually, no, yeah, let's look at IMA. It's easier. Champions. Sabretooth. So BG, we're at the aquarium earlier, and a lady points at a seal and asks us what kind of fish is that, and the boy told her it's a seal, and she nods knowingly and goes, "Seal fish," and walks off. Did that really happen? Oh man. All right, let's take a look at some of these synergies though. So Diaper Wolverine here, Weapon X. I forgot his name. That's the only reason I was calling him that. I actually prefer to call him Weapon X. But anyway, 15% bleed, debuff potency, which is kind of big. Actually, this is so the one with Red Guardian. Before I even click on it, this is the biggest one. This is it. Sabretooth, potency of fury effects are increased by 10%. Now, normally, for the average champion, this might not actually be that big of a deal. If the furies that you gain, if they're just like small relative to your total damage up, even if they're like double, even if they double your base attack, adding 10% to that doesn't increase your overall damage that much. It's like it's basically a 5% total DPS increase. But because Sabretooth, because once you build him up, the majority of his attack comes from furies. Like let's take a look. 6-star rank 3. Let's imagine, let's take the best case scenario and say your special 3, you know, that's how much fury you gain. It's 1216.8, right? So 1216.8 times 30, so it's 36,500 and 4 that you get from those furies compared to his regular base attack of 2704. So yeah, man, 10% of fury effects, and it doesn't say buffs, it's effects, so both buffs and the passives after they can get converted. That's quite a bit, man. That's an extra, you know, little over 3,600 attack just from this one synergy. So I don't think I'm going to be going for featured still, though. No. I still want to keep pulling basics just to get more 6-star shards, but it is a pretty big deal, and he was using that champion for at least some of his footage. I don't know if he was using it for like all the fights and stuff, but all right. I said I was going to do these objectives, right? How do I even do these things, man? Oh, Canada, win 5 fights using Guardian, any rarity in any Northern Expedition quest on any difficulty. I gotta rank up mine, huh? Whoops. Let's go rank up my little 3-star guardian. I gotta do this stuff. It is very worth it. BG, is Domino still a good defender? Domino is still, yeah, one of the best defenders. Oh, okay. Well, that's that one knocked out. Cool. I'll use one of these rank up gems. Sure. Matt, sending over $1. Thank you very much, Matt. Hold on. Where is your last? What do you think about the idea of a special attack database where one could pull up any champion and they would be redirected to a short clip of the champion using their special? I think it's a good idea if you wanted to create something like this. Could be useful to the community just so that you can see how to evade their specials and things like that. So if you are willing to put in the work to do something like that, I think it could be useful depending on how it's done, you know? I've certainly thought about doing something like that myself. Of course, with the old website. But I think it does take at least a decent amount of work. So just know that going into it. But yeah, it could be helpful. Thank you very much for the book. Question about inventory management. What's up, Peanach? I'm reaching the point where tier 4 class overflow is outpacing good champs to take up. So I feel like I'm wasting tier 5 basic, tier 4 basic, tier 2 alpha just to balance tier 4 class. Not sure what to do. I think you only really have two choices. Either rank up these champions that you're deeming not worth it, or let them expire. I always try to use them just because, well, I play arena and stuff. So it always ends up being worth it for me. Oh my goodness, these stupid catalysts. So it always ends up being worth it as a, just a point gain type thing. Here's what I will say too. Rank up bad champions. Like terrible champions. Awful. The worst of the bunch. Because those are the most likely to get buffed. And even if they're garbage today, well, we've seen Kabam's plans. We know that 2 champs every month is their goal, at least. They might not hit it every time, but I would do that. Put Domino and Red Guardian, wouldn't that be 22% Fury increase on Sabretooth? What does Domino have? What is Domino's? I didn't even look at Domino's. Regeneration and Fury are 12% more effective. Oh my goodness, so Domino's even better than Red Guardian here. I mean, Red Guardian, I would say, brings different utility that could be better to balance out the team, especially if you're also bringing oh, he's below it. I was looking for Omega Red that whole time, especially if you're bringing Omega Red. But wow, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, 12% more effective. What is this one? Passive Fury. Oh my goodness. So you could get even more. You get another 10%. Oh no, lasts longer. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, okay. I guess you get this for the regen. I was trying to think like Passive Fury. It already is lasts indefinitely. Anyway, for the regen, I guess. But interesting, man. This guy's got some good synergies. I don't think I'll be bringing any of the Fury increasing synergies along with me though. I don't think there's room for it. I think they would be good for something like a Labyrinth run, and maybe I could do one of those just for fun, just for like, I don't know, could race somebody. I'd be curious to see where he stands in a race, but being way too picky with this ISO management right now, I think. Wasting a lot of time. Maybe I shouldn't have used that gem. Maybe I should have used the actual catalysts. You will. Red Guardian could do Abyss thing, yeah? No. No. I need to use Sabretooth on Abyss thing. Unless there's more than one. Is there more than one? But I will be using Sabretooth. I need you to wish me luck. Like a lot of luck going for a Red Guardian in the Future Crystal. And if I get him, I'll rank 5 my Sabretooth and him to add to my quest team. Alright, man. Good luck to you, dude. Sounds like a cool team. My goodness. A little bit more ISO of a different type. Should cover it. Okay. Finally done. Finally got this guy ranked up. It's about time. Alright. Let me just pull in some basic ISO. I didn't use any catalysts. Ooh, free crystal. I'll be a little bit all over right now. Any tips for me? I'm going for uncollected. I don't know where you're at in your journey to uncollected. If you are, if you're already on the quest for the collector, then you probably know everything that you need to know at this point. And, you know, just make sure you bring in a decent champion to handle the collector. Someone, usually recommend someone with like auto evade, like Stark Spidey or Spider-Gwen. If you're not quite at the collector yet, if you have more specific questions, then I'll try to help you. Or if I don't see it, someone here may try to help you as well. Alright, so these ones at the bottom, they've got longer duration on it, so I don't care about those. Let's just claim this stuff. So I can keep track of it all. Probably should have sigged that guy up so I can get some max 6 stones, but whatever. Alright, perform 10 parries using Guardian. Perform 10 dexes. Win 10 fights in story or arena. Block 25 hits. Oh, but that's in Northern Expeditions. Special 3. Shock. Okay. Alright, I mean, these don't look hard, but it's gonna be... I'm going to be flipping back and forth between this page a little bit. Alright. Let's go. Northern Expeditions. Just pick an easy difficulty. Oh wait, it only goes down to heroic? Interesting. Okay. Is there lower difficulties for, like, depending on what your title is and stuff? I just broke the game up. There we go. Matt sending over another buck. Thank you, Matt. Saying, yes, I've been thinking about it just to know how I feel about creating another source for people to have to look something up on. I like the idea of Aunt May being the go-to for everything. Yeah. He does have a on the homepage here a Twitter. If you could maybe if you send him a tweet or something like that. I don't know if he's interested in having that type of thing. He might not be, but if you were, you know, could try that, or if not, then yeah, you probably would have to find some other way of having that database. All right, where's little old Guardian? There you go, buddy. Do I care about other champions? I guess so. No, I don't. All right, fine. Yeah, just in case I fail. Let's put Medusa back on the team. There we go. Salutations, peeps. What's up, Fitz? All right. Let's get to it. I gotta use special 3s, huh? See if I can get to a special 3 here. Do I upgrade Ronin? Is he good? He's okay. I don't know what other champions you have. If you are a little bit on the newer side to the game, or if you pulled him as like a, let's say a 4 or a 5 star and you don't have many 4 or 5 stars, something like that, then he's not bad. But in the grand scheme of things, he's just okay, in my opinion. And the reason Guardian's avatar looks so cool is he reminds me of Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Can't say I'm familiar. PG, do you understand your Sabretooth will be useless against Collector, as you will not be able to launch Special 3 fighting him? Does that make him useless? I'll let my shock finish this. Why do you think that makes him useless? If I have, let's say, 6 charges when getting to the Collector, maybe I slip up somewhere along the way. Maybe I don't have 6, but 6 or as close to it as possible. I could probably still put in some good work until I need to switch to a different champ. Okay, Baldy's putting me to sleep. You're welcome, Pixie Bell. Tazus sent an over 5. Thank you very much. Saying, I love your channel, man. You have a cool mindset of I'll rank up whoever I want if they work. And it's a nice change from some other YouTubers. Well, thank you very much, man. To be fair to the other YouTubers, there's been plenty of situations where I didn't do that. where I was much more picky and selective with my rank ups. But I do appreciate that, man. Glad that you dig the idea of ranking up. It's kind of whatever champ I need. Whatever champ's working. Whether it's a Sabretooth or a King Groot or whoever. Yeah, thank you, man. Definitely appreciate the support. Usually make sure to quit every time unless you get 6 on thing. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Which I'll probably have to quit a lot. I can't remember the exact breakdown, the percentages, but I think it's a low chance to get 6. Like, it's not an equal chance between the what's it called? Might need to step up to a different difficulty to do the L3s. Let's just do that. Hopefully this is doable with the 3-star. But yeah, it's not an equal chance between the different charges that you get. Persistent charges. There we go. That's the word I was thinking of. Persistent. It wasn't coming to me. Like, God, what is it, man? If I remember correctly, it was either 5% or 15 for 6. Yeah, I think it's closer to 15. I can't remember the breakdown. I want to say it was a breakdown of sixths or something like that, you know? Or maybe eighths? I don't remember. It was like half the time you get 3, and then, you know, a little bit less than half the time you get 4, and so on and so on. I don't actually know. I don't remember. Alright, why am I trying to bait these specials so hard? Alright, I need to defeat this guy with an L3. Can you defeat Seaton? Nobody can defeat Seaton. It's too powerful. All these awaken ability, persistent tangents. It's fair. Now, should I rank up 5-star Ronin or focus on Beyond God 4 stars? Do you have them? You gotta rank up the best champion that you have. You don't know when you're gonna pull better champions, you know? It can be sometimes a tough call to decide on, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to invest your resources now, or do you want to hold on to them in case you pull someone better type of thing? But you don't always know who you're going to pull. Sometimes you just got to go with who you got. Alright, this is a pretty slow fight. I wish I had the suicides turned on for this right now. I'm hoping this is enough. 7%. Are you kidding me? Well, son of a hello? Why can't I claim it? Oh. All right, let's see. Yeah, I need this final blow one. All the others are they're kind of going up on their own. It's doing pretty well. Let's keep it going. Of class advantage this time. Ryan, you have Hawkeye as a 1-star. I think I do. Wait. Oh, are these just popping up late, but I already claimed them? Yeah, okay. These things are a little buggy. I think so, Kranos. I can't remember, but I think I used him in my variant 4 runs. This is a burning question, BG. How much for Sasquatch? Really hard to say. I don't know how much hype he has. Of course, he has a bit more hype because of the Sabretooth synergy. But I feel like most people, if they want a champion that can do what Sabretooth can do, well, a lot of people already have Aegon, so I don't know if that's really going to increase his score a lot. People might want Sasquatch just for Sasquatch. I haven't really looked into him too much to know if he's good just on his own. I'm gonna let the shock finish this guy off instead of popping the L3. I could have popped lower level specials there. That was a mistake. But there we go. Finish that shock. Now we'll do the L3s. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Plus, we got to think that scores they might go up because of people pulling new 6-stars from 4th of July. So it's a little bit hard to say. But then again, do scores go up because more people have 6-stars from the 4th of July, or do scores go down because they pulled 6-stars from the 4th of July and their care for 5-stars has gone down as a result? Like, it's so hard to say what effect all this stuff has on cutoffs. But I'm gonna guess somewhere in the mid 60s would be the cutoff. Maybe even, yeah, no, somewhere mid 60s. But of course I'm gonna try to put up as high as I possibly can. All right, Stroke of My Saber sending over a buck with a hamburger. Hope there's some waffle fries with that, man. But thank you, dude. And if you could be a playable character, what would your preferred class choice be? And awaken ability. I'm thinking science for the glasses. Really? Just because I have glasses? Or tech for the tech savvy. I don't know if I'm that tech savvy. And these glasses, they're not real. No, class. I'm not that skilled, so skill couldn't be it. I'm not really mystical. Although it would be cool to be mystical. Like if I could just choose. Oh, I'd be mystical. I just realized this might be easier to pull off if I just get hit a bunch in the earlier quests. I think I'm gonna do that after I get out of this. I'll just let them hit me and build special 3s that way. I think I'm wasting time. Maybe it'd be cosmic, because cosmic, they're usually like aliens, right, or just from outer space, not from Earth type of thing. And I don't think I'm that weird, but some people think I'm weird, man. So I don't know, maybe that. Especially like if you ask Pixie Belle if she thinks that a human would ever like to eat mustard on a bagel, she would say no, even though it's delicious. And totally normal. As far as awakened ability, probably just a literal awaken ability. Insomnia. I can't. Sometimes I can't sleep at night. That'd be it, man. All right. 10 fights using Guardian. Okay. I'm getting credit for that. All right. So I'm gonna stop using Guardian in this quest, and then we'll just get hit in the other quest and get it that way. Obviously cosmic. He's just a flesh-colored silver surfer. Flesh surfer. Ugh. Yeah. Something like that. Alright, I already claimed those, right? Ew. Can you defeat Legacy? Are you kidding me? Legacy? No way. He's even more powerful than Seaton is, man. Alright, BG, I guess I'll again just cry myself to sleep. Nobody's taking my 2020 presidential campaign seriously. I'd vote for you, Lassarnian. I bet it has something to do with my lack of sexual indiscretions. Later, bro. Step it up. You want to win or not, Lassarnian? Step it up. Alright, man. Have a good night. Alright. Just to make sure that I stay alive. I don't know who else I can put on the team to be more defensive, but I'll just go with Heimdall. Sure, I could put in an armor synergy or a power gain or something like that, but we'll just go with that. We'll take this to the right. And I'm just going to get smacked in the face a good bit here until I get a special 3. Or almost special 3. Canadian difficulty? Yeah, this is Canadian difficulty. No, I'm just getting the special event objectives for right now. And I'll do Canadian difficulty some other time. I may have taken too many hits. Could have done a bit more here. I think he's dead if I use an L3. Really want to make sure of it. I think, yeah, that's got to be at 12%. Want to see BG try to read that Fitz? Eh? What did Fitz say? Technically, BG could be their first champion MCOC who is all classes in one. Psymute Cosmic Skill Tech class. I like it. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit Venom until he's low, and then I'll take my hands off the controls. That's the strategy here, guys. Although in this case, he's going to get stronger as the fight goes on, so I'm going to end up taking more damage. Uh-oh. Maybe it's not a good idea. Alright, hands off the controls. Oh god, but he got to an L3. Success. BG, you should bring Cole and see how his block proficiency feels with the synergy. Oh, Abdo, you're right, dude. This guy's got a new synergy, right? He gives what, 1,000 block proficiency to teammates or something like that. Does he have it as a 3-star? No, it's only 500 block proficiency as a 3-star. Let's go to MA real quick. How can I get here? There we go. Oh yeah, man, that goes all the way up to 1250 for a 6-star. That's craziness. That's really powerful. That is really, really powerful synergy right there, man. Anyone who has a 6-star Guardian, congrats to you. Very strong. BG, have you figured out who your other 3 champs will be for the Abyss? I have not figured it out yet. Nope. Who is this Aunt May keeps talking about? A beautiful creature with tons and tons of info. Alright, let's just use Medusa to get through the rest of this. I'll have to do the other fights next time. BG, you think Nova will go over 2 mil in the basic? No. Probably closer to 1.8, maybe 1.9. Maybe 1.7. I don't know. I'll probably put my prediction at 1.8. But maybe I'll say 1.9. Just err a little bit on the side of caution. But you never know. As always, could go higher. So didn't realize 3-star was only 500. Yeah. Honestly, 500 block proficiency is still a lot compared to what we used to see. Like, what's that one synergy, man? Let's go look it up real quick. Is there a way I can bounce there from here without going back to the main screens? I'm sure. Oh, here we go. Found it. Here we go. Iron Fist and Luke Cage. 85 block proficiency and physical resistance though. So actually that's you know, that's not bad. When you count the physical resistance as well. But it's also not great compared to compared to this 500 that even a 3-star has for all of your champions, just for having him on the team, and he's actually a good champion. It's different. It's a little different. Okay, let's go the bottom right this time. BG just completed variant 2. Nice. Congrats. But I got garbage. Bummer. This time I am going to get hit first, because he's going to get much stronger as the fight goes on. Okay, got Hawkeye, and the rank up gems were Cosmic and Skill. The 2 number classes that I didn't want. Whatever. It's free to play experience. I mean, Hawkeye's not the worst champ, dude. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know if he was exactly the champ you're looking for, I guess, but he's not that bad. And rank up gems, they'll always be useful, even if they're not the class types that you want. Sure, you could find a use for them. Alright. Should do the trick. Nice and easy. One more down. Who should sunspot or long shot? Who should sunspot or long shot him? To rank 3? It depends. They're both good champions. Depends a little bit on what you're looking for. I would say sunspot's better for the average fight, but long shot's better in situations where the opponents have lots of buffs. All right, we've got one more to do, and then we could be done with this. Check these off the list. Make sure I don't forget about these things. What's your best Realm of Legends potion farming strat? Any suggestions? For me, Colossus is the fastest champion that I have. As far as like tips go though, I usually recommend just farming the first 2 fights, unless you have champions that have longer ramp ups like Aegon. And then it could be fun to do like full clears. It could also just be fun to mix things up. You know, farming potions, there's 2 parts of the equation there. The first part is speed. Of course, you want to have a good you want to get a good amount of potions for as little time as possible, you know, most potions for the least amount of time. But you also don't want to go insane, and you will go insane. You will start to question everything if you sit in Realm of Legends long enough. And a good way to kind of mix that up and not lose your mind is just to do that experience with a whole bunch of different champions. All right, cool. So that's that. So yeah, mess around, have fun, practice. It's a good time to learn how to play different champions. Do any CCP members have any info about Magneto buff? Not a single bit of info. Nope. They are very tight-lipped on Magneto. And trust me, people are trying to get that info. You know, it'll be like, okay, Sasquatch is coming out. Cool. Someone will comment like, hey, Sasquatch is a good champion, but what about Magneto? You know? Stroking my saber, sending over $1 and a hot dog, saying any tips for 6.3? I've been watching guides and streams. I have 4K units and decent counters. Thinking of taking it on this weekend. Thanks, man, banana. Tips for 6.3. I don't have much for generalized tips. There's a couple of like little standout things that can save you a lot of units. I don't know if you have a Ronin, but you can stun lock the Cap Beardo fight. If you have Ronin, that'll save you a good chunk of units. Might be the only thing off the top of my head, man. Like, if you've been watching it, like there's a lot of little boosts, and it's kind of important to use them at the right time. But there's so many little situations that I don't have those off the top of my head. As long as you've been watching like streams and stuff, that gives you a good enough idea, I would say. And yeah, man, I think you're ready. 6.3. Like, it's not that much different from the earlier Act 6 quests, you know? There's no gates. But there are the boosts. And it is higher attack. But, like, I don't know, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's pretty similar. Just having the right champs for the bosses, and that's it. Okay, one more time, I just want to check. Yep, we're good. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have any other advice, but it's the nature of it, man. It's a very long quest. They kind of just have to break down path by path and all that. Where's the arena crystal? Or not arena crystals, the loyalty crystals. Here we go. Alliance crystal. That's what it's called, not loyalty crystal. Alright. Let's hope for some more 225 unit pulls. Tweeters whenever. Okay. You just had a convo on Discord about you rank 3 Saber for Abyss? With who? This speaks for itself. McFabio, Brain Grant. In the UMCUC podcast server, guys named Kenji and DSC. But what about? Dear Brian, longtime Boy Scout with wet shorts anxiously standing in the bathroom stall in Chuck E. Cheese. Part-time Stickly impressionist that hasn't eaten in 20 years. Question. Grandma? I hoped I never had to have this conversation with a Boy Scout, especially one wearing wet shorts, anxiously standing inside of a bathroom stall at Chuck E. Cheese, who's also a part-time Stickly impressionist. I hate to tell you this, but Grandma, she actually is Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, it turns out that your heritage stems from a long line of rats that are moderately okay at serving pizza and have decent prices on skee ball. It's really not that bad of a thing, but it's still hard to hear. You know, it's kind of like hearing that you're adopted, because is being adopted really such a bad thing? No. I mean, people love you so much that you're not even their own kid, and yet they have you as an important part of their life and stuff like that. It's not a bad thing, but it's shocking, I know. Because there's the flip side of that the rat that didn't birth you, but that did birth your mother. Well, how did that happen? There's so many questions unanswered. I'm going to go Face punch my dad. Thank you. Pancho Sanchez. Anytime. I'm glad I could help. Stroking my saber, sending over a buck and a cat. Saying I'm off to bed. Night BG. Don't worry. You're handsome, Squidward. Hashtag happy birthday, SpongeBob. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, just worried about prestige, Roboto, you're saying? Eh. I'm not worried about that. Tweet again when you get a second. All right, Royal. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. There we go. Okay, very tired, but thank you very much for keeping me up while I dragged my butt through here. Oh my goodness. Gonna go nap for like 4 hours, then get back to the grind. Wow. This must be a one-shot too. That has to feel good. Congratulations, man. Ooh. Okay. All right. Good stuff, dude. Congrats. Oh, Roy, I didn't even realize you sent over a buck too. I saw that before or saw, you know, saw the super chat after saw the message about Twitter. But thank you, dude. BG, I'm still thinking of taking Korg to rank 3. I'm 6,300 away from a second skill tier 5 class catalyst. Only other champs I'd rank are Nick Fury and Crit Monkey, but I'd have to pull them twice anyway. Talk me into / out of it. Abdo, you're a big boy. You can do whatever you want. Kind of regret calling you a big boy. That sounded awkward, huh? A little weird. But you do whatever you want, man. I don't think it's a good move, but you know, there's people who don't think ranking up Sabretooth is a good move. So you do whatever you want. Knock yourself out. There is that synergy. Speaking of Royal, what is that synergy again? With Korg that makes him hit pretty hard? With Mojo here. Korg's personal armor breaks have 50% increased potency and duration. So yeah, you get yourself a Mojo, you go to town with that rank 3 Korg, you have yourself a good time. Royal taught me about that one. Hey, I'm a little out of shape. Not that big. Wow. All right. Anyway, guys, it is late, man. It is late. We'll be back tomorrow, normal time. Shout out to Mr. Immortal for being tonight's biggest D. Really appreciate that. There was a bunch of other super chats and stuff like that too. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Usually we bring Stealthy and Abyss. Not anymore, I don't think. Although, maybe for Luke Cage. I don't know. But anywho, good night.